Hello everyone! We are here with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. So, this game has kind of an interesting history. When this game was originally announced, it had trailers posted to various console YouTube channels. So PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. It got a really negative reception for PlayStation and Xbox, but not for the Switch channel, where it was much more positively received. Game comes out, I think in like January of this year, to rave reviews. Everybody loves it. Some people are saying said it's the best Ubisoft game in almost 10 years. They have big plans for DLC to continue the story. And unfortunately, the game doesn't sell well. It sells best on Switch, but basically doesn't sell well anywhere else. Fast forward to a couple months ago, and Ubisoft announced they would disband the team and move them on to other projects. The team that made this game is the same team that made Rayman Legends, and by extension, Rayman Origins, and also the same team that designed the UbiArt framework, which is used for the Rayman games, Valiant Hearts: The Great War, and Child of Light, which are collectively the best games Ubisoft has made in recent memory. So this is basically that team's final game, as that team at least. Again, the developers, nobody was laid off, they just moved to other parts of Ubisoft. So it is a bit too little too late, but we kind of got this game out of spite. Because neither me nor Zeno like Ubisoft all that much. I especially don't like Ubisoft. However, they make Prince of Persia and Rayman, which I do like. And I wanted to basically show a symbolic gesture of supporting the team. So I played the demo for this some time ago. I don't remember when. And I really enjoyed it. So we're just going to get started. Save in cloud. Okay. Frame 1 yawn. There we go. Map icons display the location of the next objective. Available and block paths are marked. Choose this mode for easier navigation. Explore the world with minimal map information. Choose this mode to discover the world for yourself. We're gonna go exploration. We're gonna do warrior. Just the default difficulty. Now really, I should be saving this for Metroidvania, but I actually have an ulterior motive for, kind of a silly ulterior motive for playing this now. I didn't get to play many games that came out this year because of my financial issues.
Years had passed. Decades without rain. The once fertile plains of Fars had become as barren as the Lut-Salt Desert. A few arrow shots from Persepolis. The Kushans, bloodthirsty warriors from the east, were attacking Persia. Persian soldiers defended the land, no matter the cost. Ardashir resisted heroically, but his men fell one by one. Anahita summoned her remaining strength in battle. Vishka, the Kashan general, victory was certain. Until history took a different turn. The Seven Immortals were the best warriors in the kingdom. One of them would become a legend.
This is very different from the demo. The demo had a unique area. Okay, we have a moment I can pause. So, the interesting thing about this game is this is the only Prince of Persia game where you do not play as the prince. You play as Sargon, who is the prince's personal guard, from what I remember. I was saying something before the cutscene, I don't remember what it was. But, yeah, I have heard... Oh, I ran into financial issues, so I didn't really get to play many of the games in this year. And my reason for streaming this now, instead of waiting for Metroid Mania, is twofold. One, I already had plans for Metroid Mania. I was going to stream the Metroid Prime trilogy. The original trilogy, not the remastered Metroid Prime. And two, since this game came out this year, I really like doing end-of-year lists of the best games of the year. I wanted to make sure I played this game this year so I could actually include it for this year, given how little I actually got to play games that came out in 2024. Because my list of the best games of the year is very weird, because I didn't get to play many. Like, as far as, like, big company games go, it was basically just Echoes of Wisdom and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake and Mario Party Jamboree. So basically just Nintendo. I did at least get to play Crow Country, though, which I'm very happy about. This Crow Country is so good. It's actually my game of the year. Play Crow Country. It's very good.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
You know, now that I have some space on my desk, I can move my acrylic standees to right here. Oh, that's perfect. Oh no, wait, hold on. Now they're getting in the way of me typing. Yeah. I have standees of some VTubers. Azra, Whiskey Dingo, and Buff Bob. I want to get more, but I'm waiting for some of my friends to put out acrylic standees. My goal is to have standees of all of my friends and favorite VTubers so they can keep me company on my desk.
Save Persepolis. I trained you for this. I will go help my wounded warriors.
Let's go, Sargon.
So I do know one thing about this game that people didn't like. And that is Sargon's hairstyle, because it is very, very overused for dark-skinned characters. And people call it the Killmonger haircut because ever since Black Panther, a lot of black characters in other pieces of media have been given the same hairstyle. But it's kind of a really minor thing, and I do get the criticism. And to be clear, it's mostly black people who are criticizing that. I saw a lot of my black friends saying that on Facebook. Not about this game, though. It was actually about Tekken, because Eddie was also given the Killmonger haircut. It's an interesting perspective that I wouldn't have known otherwise. Given that the intro mentioned the Kushan, this game takes place between 30 and 375 Common Era. That was the time frame in the Kushan Empire from modern-day Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. Interesting. Oh, you can run.
Be on your guard. It's the rush of our...
Okay, I mentioned this during the demo, but the movement in this game feels so good.
None of you will leave here alive.
Who's having all the fun? When Elias cleared a path, follow me, Sargon!
Sargon D's nuts.
Rain of fire! Keep running, Sargon!
We must eliminate those Kushan archers.
Leave it to me!
Oh, that was Elias, or how you pronounce his name?
How many did you get? I'll get out of your way so you can catch up!
Oh, that's one of our guys. God, this just feels really good to play.
Immortals! Don't let them get to General Uvishka!
out, Sargon!
Oh. That's one of our guys.
That general must not be far. Let me handle him. Take this. You might need it.
Healing potion. Press up on the D-pad to drink a potion. Gotcha.
Yaviska, you can't hide from me.
The Russia bar, was it? Your life ends here.
Not if yours ends first.
Uvishka. Okay, can't guard that. Got it. God, this guy's huge! Holy shit, I just noticed.
Has come for you.
The mighty Simurgh, protector of Persia, has long left. But should our enemies try to take advantage of the situation, they will soon find that the kingdom's bravest warriors will be their undoing. "30 years ago, the divine bird Simurgh graced my shoulder, thus showing his trust in me to guide our people. Today, I, Tomiris, Queen of Persia, praise your valor and loyalty, immortals. Varun, you and your forces have once again saved the kingdom.
Hassan, Prince of Persia.
Step forward, Sargon. Word of your deeds precedes you through the streets of Persepolis. Accept this royal sash as a token of our gratitude.
Sargon, the Rashabar, the black wind that destroys all in his path.
I didn't choose that name.
You need not worry. I do not attach any importance to these superstitions. The winds also carry the seeds of future harvests. I am truly glad to meet you, Sargon.
Thank you, Prince Hassan.
Let us drop the honorifics, and may we get to know each other in less formal circumstances.
As you wish, Hassan.
Royal sash.
Your name brings hope to Persia and is feared by the enemy. What a reputation.
Maybe.
I didn't ask to be prince either, but fate has spoken and I must accept it.
Varum, we're somehow the only immortals left here.
The others are probably letting loose up on the roof. Not all warriors belong in the throne room. Join them, Sargon. I'll be along soon enough.
We owe this victory to you, Reshabar. I am glad you're on our side.
Just watch out. The Rashabar is said to sow ruin and destruction.
I do not believe such stories. I've seen your contribution in battle. That is all that matters to me.
Long live the House of Tamiris.
I'm proud of you, Sargon.
I defeated Uvishka, and we saved Persepolis.
Did we? Thousands died on the battlefield. We're out of supplies. Persia is barely surviving. The Kashan will surely come back. Would you call that a victory?
I let my pride go to my head.
A warrior's journey is always one in progress. And when there's nothing left in one's path, the warrior wanders.
What is at the end of my blade? I know.
Found an answer yet?
I won't figure that out tonight. Maybe a drink will help. You should join us.
Thanks, but I have other matters to attend to. You have what it takes to become one of the greatest, Sargon.
I know. Just watch me.
And listen to Varum. He will keep you on the right path.
I'm telling you, Prince Hassan may be my son!
Oh, that's nonsense. He looks nothing like you.
He took everything from his mom, that's all!
Alright, you are really not her type.
Whose type?
Ah, the kid finally decided to join us.
The hero of the day. The Queen's new protege.
So, you're mingling with aristocracy now, eh?
Or trading in your swords to become a satrap.
Laugh all you want. Who eliminated a general tonight, huh?
Don't encourage them, Sargon.
It just means you've impressed them. Yeah, he's right. You were impressive.
If you want to talk more quietly, I won't be far.
Don't mind me breaking every bone in my fingers.
Was Varum still with you?
Yeah, he's in the throne room.
So there. Must be collecting our payment. What payment? Artaban gets paid in scrolls. I can hear you, Menelaus.
Not bad, kid. Not bad.
What do you mean, not bad?
Keep it up, And maybe one day you'll take on a real challenge like me.
Ugh, you just don't want to get your ass kicked in front of an audience.
Keep dreaming, kid. Go see Nade. She's waiting for you.
So, will you still remember us now that you're famous?
I'm trying to stay humble. And find what is at the end of my blade.
Oh. Sounds like Anahita set your head straight.
Sort of. In her own way.
You know, it is amazing what you did. You should be proud of yourself. We all are.
One of our own eliminated the Kashan General. Outstanding.
And you are the White Lion's pride.
You ragtag bunch of immortals. You have always been destined for greatness.
And with Sargon's bravery, that's another one for the history books.
We made the city safe. The people are at peace again.
This is cute, but can we go celebrate now? Our usual halt has food and drinks on the house. Varum, you're coming with us.
I wouldn't miss it.
Varum! Prince Hassan has been kidnapped.
Kidnappers? They must still be in the palace.
Take the lead, Sargon. You may be the last to have spoken to him. We must find Prince Hassan.
Why did he be kidnapped? We just talked to him.
Anahita's guards.
Fuck you. That's a cool effect. Athros Surge. Athro is the sacred energy that burns in every living being. In battle, the greatest warriors can control their Athra, intensifying its light to use exceptional abilities. Sargon's attacks generate Athra, while taking damage dispels it. The buildup of Athra is shown in the gauge at the bottom of the screen. Once the gauge is full, Athra Surge becomes available. There are different ones that consume different amounts of Athra. Hold ZL plus Y to use the first surge.
Anahita, what is this all about?
I wasn't planning on killing you, Sargon. Stay out of this.
Move out of my way. What the hell was that?
Still a child.
I'll find you, Hassan. That sword swinging wasn't just for flair.
Okay. You know, he looks a lot bigger in the cutscene.
Anahita, what is going on?
Sargon, who was it? I thought I recognized Anahita. Is she involved?
Yes, she is. Without a doubt.
Baram, gather your forces. You are to leave for Mount Karf at once in search of Prince Hassan. Ardashir and his soldiers are already on the way. We need all the help we can get.
We will not fail you, Your Majesty.
Bring him back. Bring back my son.
Prince of P. Thank you, Elizabeth.
The old citadel.
Oh, maybe the demo is from the full game.
Anahita took Prince Hassan beyond these gates.
I can't fathom why Anahita would do such a thing.
Sargon, you know her best. What do you make of it?
It doesn't make sense. She has always been loyal.
She wants to seize power for herself.
Oh, what do you even mean?
The Simorg may have disappeared, but the mighty god used to live on Mount Karf, and perhaps still does.
It has always been the Simorg who appoints future kings and queens.
Anahita probably wishes to receive the Simorg's blessing.
But why kidnap Prince Hassan?
She needs him. The gates to the Simorg temple only open for members of the royal family.
She has lost her mind. She will never get the Simorg's blessing like that.
We can't be certain. After all, the Simorg may be weakened.
One thing's for sure. Prince Hassan is in danger. She will kill him once she has no need for him.
Immortals, follow me. Let's help Ardashir and find Prince Hassan.
Wait for me here. Don't worry. I won't be long.
I'll see. It's always cool when games actually have a unique animation for walking into a wall. I know it's just a little thing, but I like little things. It shows they care. Old Royal Road.
Karf, most sacred of mountains.
Been here before?
No, but I've read about it. This place was once the site of King Darius's palace. Religion, medicine, astrology, geometry, algebra. All knowledge was gathered here, accessible to all. Mount Karf was home to a great citadel of wisdom, the pride of all Persia.
And? What happened?
No one survived to tell the tale. And to think that Prince Hassan is caught up in all this.
Took a little digging, but it seems that Athra is an ancient Persian term for spiritual or mental fire. Seems to be tied to the Persian god of fire, Atar. Atar is also the Persian word for fire. Interesting. Yeah, out of everyone here, I think you're going to get the most benefit out of this game. Just because you're actually going to know what all these references are. I am not going to understand shit. Because I don't know anything about Persia.
Who knows what might await us?
What is this sorcery?
I'm a warrior, not a seer.
Frozen as it falls.
As if time had stopped.
And Persia series has an interesting relationship with time. Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean, Zeno. You know what I mean. Oh, Joy, Ubisoft Connect stuff. I'm definitely going to use that. I don't have the map yet. Isn't shit I know this shit. I already read that.
Stay sharp. Prince Hassan can't be far now.
Something is not right here. We must proceed with caution.
Sure, Menelaus. You can scurry from shadow to shadow like frightened vermin.
I'm serious, Orod. There's a strange presence here.
I can feel it too. There's only one way to find out.
Let's go then.
I have a suspicion that the immortals are going to die and we're going to get their weapons.
Barum, this is Azad, one of Ardashir's men.
Long dead, judging by the rot.
How is that possible? They left not long before us.
We are not welcome here.
Stay on your guard. We will find the prince and Anahita.
We go east.
We don't go anywhere. You'll only slow me down. You're on your own.
I didn't even realize Rajan was there. Was she in the other cutscenes? I didn't see her. Oh, I was attacking and you know it. I could use some help. So I'm used to this combat. Chat, what's your favorite Metroidvania that is not a Metroid or Castlevania game? I haven't played too many myself that aren't Metroid or Castlevania. But I would probably say Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Aliens Infestation. That's a good one. I would love to play that again. An actual hidden gem in WayForward's backlog. I would love if they could port it to modern consoles in some way. In 2D style? No, it could be 3D. I just made a Metroidvania. Anything that carries the same design philosophy as Metroid and Castlevania. It doesn't have to be strictly 2D, it doesn't have to be 3D. You could even say Souls-like if you really want to, because let's be real, Souls-likes are just a different kind of Metroidvania. No, you want to say Dark Souls. I am a firm believer that Souls-likes are Metroidvanias. And I will die on that hill. If you want to say Bloodborne, Tunic, or Death's Door, or whatever, yeah, fine. I don't care. Might be Submerge, or Simmer. Submerge? I don't remember how to pronounce it. Bird of Knowledge. By the way, I apologize ahead of time. I am going to be butchering these pronunciations. I am a white guy from Chicago who has no knowledge of this part of the world. I don't know how to pronounce these names. I'm trying my best here. Please feel free to correct me. I am going to butcher these names. Seymour or Seymour, I think it's how it's pronounced. Okay. I'm going to say Seymour because that sounds better. Bird of Knowledge, the Seymour holds the key to all truth. He is the guardian of time and destiny, keeping everything in balance. Infinite power resides in his feathers. His protective flight brings peace and prosperity to Persia. Those lucky enough to be touched by his shadow are forever protected from forces of evil, and misfortune will befall anyone who tries to harm him. Let the poets sing of his exploits. Let philosophers meditate on his teachings. Let warriors gain his wisdom. By the way, I've said it before, but I am not going to limit Metroidvanias to Metroidmania in May. So I'm perfectly willing to play Metroidvanias at other points of the year, like I'm doing right now. Because limiting them to just May is kind of stupid, in my opinion. Especially since I only have so much time in May to even play Metroidvanias. I'm doing something special this May, or next May, because the Metroid Prime 4 is coming out soon. That's the only reason why I'm holding off on playing the Metroid Prime trilogy until May. Because I'm expecting... Submerge. Okay. I am expecting Metroid Prime 4 to come out after May. That'd be a nice way to lead into it. And then after I play through them, I will, at the relevant points, I will post videos in the server of playthroughs or, you know, I tried to fucking air dodge and I can't even do that yet. I will post videos in the server of playthroughs or synopses or whatever of Hunters and, what is it? Federation Force, that way everybody can get the full story before 4. I won't be streaming either of those. I have Hunters, and I am going to be playing it. I'm just not going to be playing it on stream. Wasn't it Sakuna, not Ra, of Rise and Ruin? Wait. That's a Metroidvania? Why do we have Purple Prince? Why is he purple? What the fuck is this Purple Francis bullshit? Okay. So, these were all free updates, I think. So, this is a reference to Prince of Persia Rogue Prince, which is the Prince of Persia roguelike that came out after this. And for some reason, the prince is purple in that. I don't know what this is a reference to. This is the prince from The Sands of Time, which I've played, but I haven't streamed. I was going to play through the trilogy at some point. I might stream them. I've beaten the first game, and I would love to play it again. And this is a reference to one of the Sands of Time games, The Warrior Within, which is also what my stream title's reference to. Wonder is the open world Prince of Persia? There was an open world one? Huh, I must have missed that. I don't think these outfits do anything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give him the Sands of Time outfit. Because Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, is a goddamn... Oh, fucking hell. It's a goddamn masterpiece. It truly is one of the best games ever made. Speaking of, is that remake ever coming out? Because I'm convinced it's never coming out. Did I just say Simerg? Okay. The Simerg is justice and the measure of all things. From the plains of Fars to the Nile Valley, the protective shadow of his majestic flight tempers the warmth lavished by Mithra. The ears of wheat, barley, agelops, and einkorn turn ripe without drying out. The harvests are prosperous and feed the people. As long as his wings grace the Persian sky, happiness and prosperity will reign. His name Prince of Persia. What platform was it on?
What are you doing here?
Oh, this twerp.
This place is too dangerous
360
for a
from
child.
2008. Huh. So, the funny thing is, I do remember there were a couple Prince of Persia games on Xbox 360. There's Prince of Persia Classic, which was based on the original ones. There was another one that I think played similar to the Sands of Time games, but wasn't technically part of the trilogy, which we do own, mind you. Xeno bought that. And then there was another one that I never looked into. Posted Steam page. Okay. Well, Steam isn't an option for me, unfortunately, because it doesn't work on Linux. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, for getting that on Steam, that's not even an option for me, because I don't think Uplay works on Linux. I'm actually curious, so let me just check ProtonDB real quick. Prince of Persia. Not Sands of Time, not Rogue Prince, not Lost Crown, not Warrior Thing. Prince of Persia. I need to find a game that actually uses Ubisoft. I'm curious. Huh, wait a minute, it does actually work on Linux. Okay. Yes, I think it was the Forgotten Sands. I forgot the name. Set between Sands of Time and Warrior Within. Okay, yeah. The trilogy was complete by the time that game came out. Because it was, I believe it was the Sands of Time, Warrior Within, and the Two Thrones. And then the Forgotten Sands, which is the fourth part of the trilogy. It's weird as that is to say. Which I didn't know where it took place. Or when, rather. But yes, I have beaten the Sands of Time before, and I played the early parts of the Warrior Within, but then I stopped playing it. I'm probably going to stream the trilogy at some point. Steam should work on Linux since I know a friend that uses it. I just assume that you want it. With that in mind, I probably won't play Ubisoft games on Steam, even if they do work on Linux, just because I don't like Uplay. I don't like working with Uplay. I don't like using EA Play either, or whatever the fuck it's called now. So I would like to avoid buying those on Steam if I have to. I don't like secondary launchers. We know all. Okay. I have just never liked secondary launchers. I would much rather just have to deal with Steam and nothing else. I know EA is trying to avoid it. What, the launcher or Steam? Are they actually killing off the launcher?
Don't worry about me. I know the Citadel better than anyone. I know every step. I even go where others can't. I've chatted and argued with every creature. And I know every tree here.
Like this one? Are they all like this?
These trees are special. They're called Whack-Whack.
Try not to require it through Steam unless it's multiplayer. Ah, okay.
They have the purest of Athra. So, stand beneath its leaves to restore your energy. There are many Whack-Whack trees throughout Mount Calf.
Tell me, you say you know all here. We're in search of soldiers like us. Our prince is being led by a general. Have you seen anyone like that?
A prince? There hasn't been a prince here in so long. I've only seen you.
Dragon Age Veilguard is no online things like the last one. I've heard good things about Veilguard. I've also heard a lot of really shitty things from really stupid people, so I hope the game is good. People made a big deal over the surgery scars stuff, and I'm like, then don't use it. It's really that simple. No one's forcing you to use them. I do want to play the Dragon Age games at some point. Believe it or not, I have not actually played any of the Dragon Age games.
Well, if you've lost your friend in Mount Calf, then you're going to need an Eye of the Wanderer.
What's that?
It's a very rare, very ancient thing. Here, for you.
Are you talking about the same people ranting for 15 minutes about pronouns in Starfield? Very true. In fact, it is most likely the exact same people. Yeah, the pronouns are rarely used, and the funny thing is, there's a mod that removes the pronoun picker, which if you don't pick your pronouns by default, you're non-binary, which pissed them off even more. That's funny.
Go on, try it.
Okay, so it does cover everything I've already seen.
Here, I might as well show you a neat trick to remember places on Mount Calf.
Mount Calf is full of unreachable passages and treasures which you can access once you've found new abilities. It's important to memorize all these places. Use memory shards to capture an image of the environment, which will automatically be saved to your map. Don't forget to capture images of your surroundings regularly to add them to the map and come back to them later. Huh.
Thank you, miss. I don't know your name.
My name is Faraba.
I'm Sargon, warrior of the Immortals.
Oh, doesn't that sound impressive? Well, Sargon, I'm sure we'll meet again in Mount Karth. I'll share my discoveries with you when I can, but I'll need time crystals to do it.
Time crystals?
Welcome to Mount Karth.
Ah, some health. Oh, come on, you can jump off that. We remade the portraits of the outfits. That would be nice. It would also be a lot of work. But it would be nice. Also, Bethesda being odd, like Khajiit being banned from Citizen Skyrim, yet if you play as the one, nobody bats an eye. You can also get married as Khajiit, even though that's kind of not what Khajiit do in the lore. That was a bit of a nerd. No, that's fine. I have actually pointed out in games when they actually do bother to update the portrait. Riding Out of Stories does that. It updates the portrait based on everyone's outfit. And it's not just for Jack, either. We just won't see it for the other characters for a while, because I will say, like, we will see some characters that have already left our party back in it, but it'll be a while. I just won't say who. Well, obviously it's Clive, but I don't think his outfit changes. I don't know. He's also technically optional after you need him. The whack-whack tree, actually spelled whack-whack, is a tree in Arab folklore that grows people instead of fruits. When they ripen and fall off a tree, they make a sound that sounds like whack-whack, hence the name. Interesting. Oh yeah, I know nothing about Arab beliefs. Very little. So most of the references to that stuff here is going to be lost on me. But I like learning. Learning is good. Bye. I'm not sure what all the purple shit is. Secret. No. Interestingly enough, there's a similar belief in Buddhist mythos and Japanese folklore. Interesting. Okay, so stuff stays collected. Kind of interesting to include a game over screen when you respawn. That's an interesting choice. Now, it doesn't really matter. But it is interesting. This game's hard. Yeah, that stays open. What are you? Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of the dodging now. Or, parrying. Alright, so just to give my thoughts right now, I happen to notice on ProtonDB that the Steam version of this has a platinum rating. So if you have a Steam Deck, that is technically a straight upgrade over this version. Minus any kind of bullshit you might have to deal with Uplay. But, I mean, this is a good version of the game. I seem to remember this game targeted Switch hardware. So it wasn't that they made it for PS4 or whatever and then downgraded it for Switch. They started with Switch and upgraded it for the other versions. I did notice some frame rate hiccups, particularly around scripted stuff. It does look a little rough at times. But like this is really good. It controls well, it plays well. For a Switch game, it looks pretty decent. Ow. Ow, fucking shitballs. It's pretty hard, though. I say, I got the hang of the... parrying, and then I immediately died because of a failed parry. Alright, maybe fishing for parries isn't the correct choice. So maybe I should be using that more often. By the way, guys, I have another Metroidvania that's on my list to stream at some point. Maybe not necessarily for Metroidmania, but I got it for free because it was just given away for free. It's called I think it's Pankakpu. Pankapu. It looks pretty interesting. Okay, so the window is actually pretty generous. Ow. We're gonna be here a while. You know what, I'm just gonna ignore this one and go up so I can get the other thing that's there. Fuck you. Got him. Ow. Okay. We're good. We can move on. That was kind of a misinput, but that actually was kind of sick. There's a doggo outside.
Sargon, up here.
Yeah, Prince, you can wait a moment. I know the whole thing is to find you, but you know what? You can wait just a moment, I think.
Take the prince to the Simor gate.
Anahita! Don't you dare harm him!
If you want Prince Hassan back, come and get him!
Anahita! Anahita was here. She's taking Hassan to the Simor gate.
Then Artaban may be right about her wanting the throne. That thing above us. What is it?
I'm not sure. But to get to Hassan and Anahita, we must destroy it.
From this distance, that's not possible for either of us. Maybe Menelaus can help here. Bahram sent him to the east to investigate the forest.
I'll try to find him.
I'll look for another way.
Alright, so we definitely get a bow at some point. So this is a little different from the demo, because I definitely don't remember this. Oh, you can just slide off the ledges. Okay, that's good to know. Oh. Sip from my water. Okay. Yeah, we're already almost halfway through stream. This game is good. Definitely one of the best games of the year. I'm gonna check one thing real quick. It has nothing to do with the game. I just had a thought and I want to check it while I'm thinking of it. Okay. So there's one more game that I really want to get before the year is over, called Bakaru. If you guys remember, I played the demo for it. But I can post my 2024 list whenever I want because Bakaru is a 2023 game. It came out in the US in 2024. But it is, in fact, a 2023 game. God, die already! Jesus! Wonder if that symbol means anything. Architectural drawings. Early prototype designed for a platformed counterbalance elevator. Huh. Interesting. So speaking of Game of the Year stuff, what is everyone's Game of the Year so far? Xeno, I think you said Unicorn Overlord, even though you haven't played it. Because it's the closest thing you have to an option. Lizardman, I don't remember what yours was. You're still here. Ooh. Mine is Crow Country. I think, honestly, one of my favorite things about Crow Country is it is an indie retro-styled horror game that is not just a Silent Hill or Resident Evil tribute. Because most indie retro-style horror games are either a tribute to Silent Hill or Resident Evil, or they have references to both. For example, Signalis has a lot of references to Silent Hill, whereas Elisa, which we never finished, has a lot of references to Resident Evil. Crow Country is a retro-style one that is wholly original. Maybe some minor references that I didn't catch.
My allies and I are in pursuit of a traitor.
Then you and the others are trapped here too. Mount Carf has seen its share of travelers. Many are lost within the web of time's curse. Beware, warrior. death and misery roam the Citadel.
I've seen my share of death.
Even the most determined of warriors must be prepared. Take this. Its unique properties will aid you. Just know that each one is precious and can only be changed at a whack-whack tree.
I'll make good use of this.
Ooh.
Welcome. Well.
Oh, we're very close to that.
Artaban.
Sargon. Varum saw Anahita's guards, and he's in pursuit. As for me, I cannot continue. Time flows differently here. My mind is playing tricks on me. I can't discern the truth from the imaginary.
Artaban, thank you for being honest with me. Does this mean you're retreating?
I'm not giving in just yet. I intend to serve until my last
something's
breath.
up my throat. Oh, sorry, I keep coughing. Yeah, that's what the water's for. I guess.
After all, if Anahita really has changed loyalties, I believe you're short of a sparring partner.
Ooh. Oh, did this mean training without a specific goal? For some reason I thought it was training that didn't cost anything. I'm gonna do a couple of these. Just to get the time crystal so I can get that extra health potion.
Let's warm up and review the basics.
The basics again.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Get in position. Show me how you chain ground attacks. Very well. Bear in mind you can redirect your next attack. Since you propel your opponent away with your last strike, that's the end of the chain. At close range, the sweep is good against smaller foes. You can also chain attacks afterwards. An airborne enemy cannot retaliate until they're back on their feet. Make use of that.
Perfect to cripple agile enemies.
Remember that you move forward with each attack. If you want to keep your distance, the sweep allows you to maintain your position. This doesn't suit your style, but some situations might require you to take such precautions.
Precautions? What precautions?
My point exactly.
Alright, now I do one more. And I can get Time crystals I
Do
need
you
to get the
remember
thingy.
what I told you about propelling enemies up in the air?
An airborne enemy cannot retaliate until they're back on their feet.
At least that got in your head. Let's go over your upward attacks. Use them to hit targets above you, but also to propel ground enemies in the air. A word of warning. Using the same upward attack twice in a row will lessen its effectiveness. You can also use an upward attack in a fighting combination. Be sure you're within range to strike. Following through with your attacks lets you stay in the action. Remember, Rashaba. Even a constant wind can carve a mountain. Now then, the forward slide. It's a chance to engage with an offensive advantage.
Closing the distance. That suits me.
Now let's combine everything. Chase the enemy mid-air after your upward attack. Vary your upward attacks. The same one twice in a row will not give you the same propulsion.
I understand.
Okay. That's enough training from him.
Welcome.
There we go. So I seem to remember from the demo, this crack here leads to a blacksmith. I'm gonna see what's up top first before I go that way. There's a thingy up there, but I can't reach it yet. Alright. Alright. So I remember there's mention of forest around here. Ow. Oh, the backswing hurts. Oh, we're good. Then the realm of broken memories. Okay.
Another one of Ardashir's men.
Sargon. How?
You're alive?
So much time has passed.
What? You only got here last night.
One single night that has lasted 30 years.
30 years?
This place is a prison. There is no way out. You must flee.
Where are your brothers in arms?
All lost in the Citadel. All prisoners of time. This is no end for a warrior. This endless captivity. If a soldier is to die, it should be in combat. Free my men. My insignia. Take it. My brothers in arms will give theirs too. When the time comes to release them.
Insignia of Persepolis. No Jam was Ardashir's right-hand man, a good tactician and a respected strategist, but he stayed away from the battlefield whenever possible. Yeah, that was for the above floor. Yawn. Ooh. That was a clever puzzle. Sort of simple, but it was clever. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh! We can respawn on the walk feet, or... Okay. Alright, I see how this works. Soma tree petal. Ooh, okay, yeah, I need that.
Hey, wait!
Father, what's happening to me?
Wait! Who are you? You just disappeared.
Alright, so that's the forest. I'm gonna go back and explore above where this was. Combat looks great when you throw in movement as well. Yeah. And it feels really good to play. Like, this controls beautifully. This team shouldn't have been disbanded. They were fucking cooking. If I remember correctly, this was the same team as Child of Light, Valiant, and Valiant Hearts. And they made Rayman Legends and Origins. All 4 of those games ran on the UbiArt framework engine, which was an engine based around hand-drawn visuals. And that was like... They were collectively the best things Ubisoft put out. Like modern Ubisoft. It really is kind of a travesty how some of these game companies have, or what they've turned into. Like, there was a point where EA stood for Electronic Arts, because everyone who worked there, they were electronic artists. That was the whole thing. And now EA is one of the most scummy industries. Not industries, companies in the industry. I mean, there was a period where they were known as the company that would buy up older studios and then shut them down. And Ubisoft... Oh, Christ, it's him again! Ubisoft had a bunch of really, really good games that they made, and some really interesting, quirky games. And now they basically make Tom Clancy games, even though the man is dead. And they said they weren't going to when he died. And, Assassin's Creed, and that's basically it. The odd, licensed game thrown in here and there. Ow, go down! Go down! I mean, Ubisoft open world games are so specific to Ubisoft that they're almost a genre on their own. Let the lost sands of time reveal the prophecy. So increased melee attack power while in full health. Ooh. Interesting. I just noticed it's awfully cold in here. What's the temperature right now? 20. Feels like 4. Oh god. Chat. I think it might be cold. You sure the temp is gonna get around like -5 with the wind chill tonight? Hey, I'm gonna sleep all because of it. I sleep so well. I sleep so good in the cold. I get so I only have one blanket that I use when I sleep. There's an 8. Oh god, listen. I'm blind or partially dyslexic or something. I don't fucking know. I can't tell numbers apart. No, but like seriously, like I only have one blanket that I use when I sleep. I meant to go to the tree. And it's a comforter. Oh, okay, enemies do drop health. Alright, so I wasn't going insane. That's probably my ticket back if I need to go back that way. Looks like there's a walk tree near here. There it is.
Hello, hello. Is it the first time you're meeting a whack tree?
I've seen these trees along my journey, but you're the first to speak.
No, no. I'm not a whack tree. I live in it. There are many whack trees across the citadel. Their branches are a refuge for us, and also a great help for travelers like you.
Yes, I've noticed.
These trees have always been here, since the start of all life. Their roots are deep, nourished by the primordial athra that resonates within all things. But now, the forest suffers. Amidst the curse, a creature from elsewhere sows more misfortune and desolation. Here, take this. You'll need it.
Bauman's Breath. Create an explosion in a healing zone that gradually restores health. Nearby enemies are pushed back. Can only be triggered from the ground. This is a level 2 Athra Surge. Hold ZL plus X to trigger Bauman's Breath when your gauge has reached level 2. Ooh. Give me that. Alright, so we definitely get a bow at some point. See, there's arrows.
Whatever put him up there. It's a grisly fate. The armor looks old and tattered.
Cannonball. I had a feeling that was one of ours. Insignia of Persepolis, goddammit. Crossrow was always very fond of Bijan, even commissioned Morteza to write a poem about him. Crossrow was first in the recruitment line when he saw Bijan had joined Ardashir's men. Gay. 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 Gay, gay, homosexual, gay. Did ancient Persia allow gay people, for lack of a better way of putting it? Because I know that was a pretty common thing in Greece, or at least nobody cared at the time. Homophobia is actually more recent than you probably think. Tusk of Erlich, sharp and long with remnants of dried blood. I do nothing. I want to be here yet. I see the pattern now. Ow. Probably it was common in the ancient world, just like Gilgamesh and Enkidu, they were absolutely fucking. I'm pretty sure there were actually male prostitution houses in ancient Iran, Persia, that paid taxes and were legal businesses. Correction, medieval Iran, not ancient. Okay. Yeah, like, the funny thing that most people don't realize, and especially something that homophobes don't realize, is homophobia is relatively modern. Should say widespread homophobia. Okay, so don't try to slide underneath him when he does the kick. Got him. Convert a small amount of damage taken into Athra buildup. Ooh. Yeah. Huh?
Menelaus' bow. What's going on?
Wait, we got a bow from our own dead body. What the fuck? The bow of our friend from our own dead body. Kinda surprised that Sargon commented on that being his bow, but not commenting on his own corpse. Oh, you have full range of movement of aiming. You're not stuck with specific directions. The embrace of Athra. Athra weaves the fabric of the cosmos. The living and the inanimate are made of its substance. Tangible and elusive, the Athro is like a fire that burns and goes out at the same time. The visible and invisible fabric that connects everything. One whose soul is as dry as a pebble in the Lut Desert will never feel its flame. But one who is ready to lose everything in song will gain access to its infinite power. Interesting. Interesting, very interesting. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. Oh, hang on. Ow. Ah, we're back here. Shit. This game is so good so far. Yeah, this was the first great game of 2024. And it's a damn shame that it didn't really take off. It got really good reviews, but it didn't sell well. Hello, there's a man. Welcome back. Oops.
Menelaus, you're alive.
And that amazes you somehow?
I found your bow.
Different possibilities, all unfolding at the same time. It may be worrisome, but at least I know my bow is in good hands.
Anahita is taking Hassan to the top of the citadel.
Right. To the Simor Gate. Before I forget, my bow serves a dual purpose. You may want to take another look. I'll meet you up there.
Chakram of Menelaus. A ranged weapon that comes back to Sargon's throne. Hold X. Ooh. Ooh, that's a cool mechanic. Hey, we're back here. Ooh, amulet holder. Hunter and the Man-Eater. Delir, I write these words that you will never read. You will never again see the sun at dawn playing with the leaves of our dear Hyrcanian forest. You will no longer hear the song of the water dancing between the pebbles. You will no longer see the return of the red autumn you loved. The Manticore has deprived you of all these pleasures and deprived me of my only son. When our ancestors arrived in this land, Jahandar, the Manticore had already been here forever, but we managed to share the same sun by living in neighboring lands. One day he ventured into our forest. He trampled on paths, stained our clearings, and sowed blood and misery on our once peaceful lands. He devoured our families, entire villages, my young brothers, my sisters. I thought I could save you by taking you with me, by holding us deeper and deeper in the forest, but he found you. My sorrow is immense, but my sword will not tremble. I will no longer turn on my heel when I hear his roars in the dark. Jahandar must die. Spring will return. Can't go higher than that. It's hard. Hey, wait a minute. We're back here.
Hey there, Sargon of the Immortals.
Faruba, were you here waiting for me?
The world does not revolve around you, young man.
That's my Maman Bozorg. I just know you'll want to visit her shop from time to time. Hi, Sargon.
I don't need no hints. Finally, we're here.
He's immortal. One who searches for something out of reach, beyond control.
Mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy.
Who do you serve, I wonder?
You know about me.
I turn my eye to the human world when I choose.
I'm Sargon. I serve Persia as one of the Immortals.
Immortals, you say? Interesting. Well, immortal, you stand before a true immortal. Kahiva, goddess and blacksmith to the gods. I forged their greatest weapons.
Have you forged weapons for mortals?
I've served mortals from time to time. King Darius's sword was some of my finest work. Few other mortals are worthy.
I had no idea that in Mount Kaf, gods and goddesses walked among humans.
It was so. The curse altered everything. Some gods disappeared into other strands of destiny. But I remain. I'm one of the lucky ones. My forge protected me from the winds of time. Either way, Nothing feels the same now.
Would you forge for a mortal again?
For a few time crystals, we might come to an agreement. Understand this. Even in the skewed reach of time, a mortal's life is insignificant. Welcome. Do you wish something forged? I doubt a mortal has seen such a forge as mine.
I have not. But my blades, Kais and Layla, have never failed me.
Over flame and heat, this forge channels my Athra. Such an energy is what shapes the strongest of weapons. Believe me, mortal, when I say the forge speaks to me. My forge senses the glow of Athra within everything. It tells me of an ore with ancient power that calls out. Will you find it? During the shattering, things were lost, while others were unearthed. We shall see if such power wants to be found by a mortal. If you are worthy, then perhaps your map will aid you. Welcome.
Ooh. Ooh, you can increase the power of your amulets. Ooh.
Have you found...
Interesting. I don't want to buy your stupid hints, kid. I don't need them. Okay. Okay. So we have a slight issue here. We got about 36 minutes of stream left. But we just got to a save point. I feel like I should probably call it here, maybe? Because who knows when the next save point will be. Actually, how far apart are these save points? They're not that far apart. You know what? No, let's keep going. Let's keep going for just a little bit longer. One moment. Okay. You know, they do the other tutorials. Ooh. You know what, Zeno? I like your thinking. Because time crystals are a form of currency here. And you know what they say. We've got to have money.
Good to see you.
I'm disappointed in all of you. Nobody used the command or redeem.
Now for a specialty of yours. Acrobatic techniques. Ready for the next lesson?
I'm always ready.
You know about mid-air combinations, but there are other options. Try to reach the flying enemy.
Easy enough?
You cannot chain attacks after this move, but it should prove itself useful in certain situations. Alternatively, you can aim at enemies directly below you. Mind your position.
Now that's a new way to lift up the enemy.
You can send the enemy up even higher with aerial combinations, rather than sending them far away. This technique is valuable. You can save on time or throw your foe towards environmental hazards. Should you see a use for it, you can also send them crashing into the ground if you prefer.
If I rush to the ground afterwards, I can maintain my flow before they get back on their feet.
For that, you know more than I do. I'm past the age to perform cartwheels at the fair.
Huh. Very funny.
Charged attacks.
Sargon, remind me what our ancestors said about Athra.
So in the check, we have not had an audio desync since the 25th, I think.
Athra flows through the universe and all living things. As much as weapons are the extension of our bodies, Athra is the extension of our will.
Precisely. You've been listening. Athra can be channeled, intensified in your blades. until they are saturated with energy. Athra-charged attacks have several advantages. They can be destructive and even increase your focus.
No, there was a projectile coming out.
I can see your Athra radiating. You've embraced the teachings of our ancestors. You've come a long way since I met you. But mastery is a never-ending journey. Now then, focus your Athra in the middle of a ground combination.
Right in between moves. I'll give it a try.
Ooh, I didn't even know about this combo. Oh, that's gonna be useful against the shield guys.
It's effective at annihilating enemy defenses, and if they do not break, they will certainly be weakened. Are you also able to do that in the air?
I've practiced the technique to crush targets from above. I'll show you.
Perfect. These are strong attacks, and they knock back the enemy, marking the end of the combination. With proper training, Athra, the everlasting blaze, is yours to channel and control.
Minor fun fact about the Prince of Persia series. The prince was never given a name. He's just referred to as the prince. In the Prince of Persia movie, his name is Prince Dostin. But he's never given a name in the games.
No fighting style rules above all. The greatest combatants understand adaptability. Knowing your opponent's strengths is key to bringing them down. Take massive opponents, for example. They react differently to upward attacks. Give it a go.
My strikes knocked them back, but they're too heavy for me to lift them off the ground.
Worse still, some opponents can ignore the recoil of your strikes because of their build or magic. You must be vigilant, as this means they can counterattack during your fighting combinations.
Are there even worse enemies out there? None of my attacks have any effect on them.
Not showing signs of pain doesn't mean they didn't get hurt. And careful what you wish for. The Citadel is full of mysteries. We're not out of the woods yet. And one more thing. Some enemies can recover while you're in the middle of your combination. Some can parry your next strike, cutting short your chain of attacks. You can find out for yourself.
I see more and more the benefit of sending the enemy up in the air whenever that's possible.
But you know that's not always possible. The best defense is not always offense.
These tutorials are good because they're also teaching me things. So it's a lot to go.
A warrior who throws himself into the fray without defensive skills can win battles, but never wars.
It's not the first time I've heard you say that.
The goal is to structure combat in such a way as to hit the enemy without ever being hit in return. Your dodges, backwards and forwards, allow you to pass through enemy attacks and remain unscathed. last strike in a ground combination does not allow these actions. The price to pay for power.
The enemy
You
respawned.
can also end your combination early with a jump. While in the air, you can dodge by doing a backflip.
Oh my god, I didn't even know about that.
While chaining attacks can also be used offensively.
That was another yawn, by the way.
Parrying is the best defense against the head-on attack, turning the table in your favor. Not all attacks can be parried. If you're attacked from both sides, escaping is your best option. Parrying and dodging are not unique to us, Sargon. You can expect enemies who can do the same.
This game's combat and movement is so good. Zeno, you're probably going to love this game whenever you get around to playing it.
How recovering your balance after striking is when you're most vulnerable. After a successful dodge, the odds are in your favor. Launch a counterattack right at that moment.
That's another yawn.
I could do this all day long.
Attacking from behind is also advantageous, and even more so when the enemy is already engaged. Careful against fast foes. They may turn around and punish your attempt at a sneak attack.
Only if they can match my speed.
You can kick while sprinting to propel the enemy into the background.
And to make a loud entrance.
Sprinting allows you to close the distance. You can still perform an upward attack.
This game is so fucking good. 2024 was not a great year for the industry, but it was a great year for games. Balatro, Crow Country, this, Echoes of Wisdom. It's a good year for games. That could have been... Maybe could have been better. I'm hoping 2025 is good for games, but I don't really have high hopes. Well, with the tariffs at all that are likely incoming from the Trump administration, it's going to shake up the games industry, not in a good way. Microsoft might even back out of the consoles.
Artaban, I want to perfect my parrying technique. What do you have for me?
The art of parrying requires perfect timing and faced head-on.
I meant to say Microsoft would back out of the console market. What am I doing? Oh.
You've learned well.
2025 is going to have Xenoblade X, Metroid Prime 4, and the Switch 2. I'm sure it'll be good for Nintendo fans at least. I'm sure.
As you may have discovered, projectiles can also be returned to the sender. be vigilant. Once more, not all projectiles can be parried. Some moves give you better opportunities to counter. Learn to identify them, and don't miss.
That's right, the Legend of Heroes remaster. Or remake. That's not a remaster, that's a full-on remake.
From your Rushaba counters.
Actually, I named them downburst counters.
Whatever you say.
I wish I could parry any attack.
You know that's impossible, even for me. Fortunately, your senses are sharp. You'll know in advance if an attack can be parried or not.
This isn't the whole day's lesson, right?
There is a lesson in every failure. Did you see the effect of the hit you took? That's what you get when you miss a parry and pay for it. Getting hit this way is particularly dangerous, and your Athra focus takes a hit too.
I really hope you guys didn't hear that.
Well, I can feel it in my jaw now.
Okay. My stomach or intestines made a really loud noise. So, thankfully you guys didn't hear that.
Lasting blaze, the unifying energy that interlaces the cosmic tapestry. It's the flame that gives and takes. Embody its presence and blessing extend throughout the cosmos. By discerning the cadence of Athra's flow, you can better navigate exercises and cures. Athra bestows stability and longevity upon those who seek its guidance. Sargon, your Athra burns brighter with each successful technique, and can be unleashed all at once.
Athra Surge. I've used it before.
Get in position and start channeling it. Conversely, taking hits will break your focus and your Athra will dissipate. Riskier actions, such as parrying and launching charged attacks, are even more effective. Try to parry this enemy, and see how fast you can gather your Athra. Keep in mind that dodging is safer, but it will not build up Athra. Parry whenever you can. Let's talk about the Athra Surge. Since it has dodging properties, it's ideal for counterattacks. It's useful for breaking down defenses, and can stop attacks that are usually, well, unstoppable. Every warrior prides themselves on developing their ultimate techniques, but you can also learn from them. Keep in mind that Athra ignites the soul, gracefully moving through unending transformation. Harnessing and charging its strength is merely a single expression of its multifaceted nature. Fine work. You now know all the basics. Don't forget, you can always visit for a training session. If you learn new moves, perhaps we can figure out together how to use them. Take this for starters.
Oh. What do you know? Well, we got one more to do. So, based on the fact that the bow is added here, I can only imagine we unlock 3 other things later on.
The bow. Not my weapon of choice, but I've observed Menelaus in combat. I can teach you a few things.
I can't copy his unconventional fighting style, but I can incorporate it into my own style.
For some warriors, being too technical can get in the way of the ideal of perfection. Let's start with the basics. The bow itself. Let your senses guide your weapon. Let them carry you.
It's almost too easy. You'd think this bow is enchanted.
Not enchanted, but infused by the Athra of a Menelaus from years and years of battling. Shooting an arrow after a jump will halt your descent. The arrows are also strong enough to lift your enemies up in the air. Go on, give it a shot.
Oh my god, you can incorporate the bow into the combos.
This is a good trick. It allows for many possibilities.
Zeno, you need to play this fucking game.
What did Menelaus tell you about the chakram?
Not much.
I remember him parrying the chakram to have it bounce back. Get ready to parry.
What? Holy shit! Holy shit! You could probably keep that up indefinitely. Holy fuck. Ubisoft, get your asses together, like get your shit together, and make games like this.
I'm already good. Perfection can't be that hard.
Okay. Now that is closer enough to ending stream. Make this better. So we're going to end here. Thank you all for tuning in. This is a really, really good game. I just want to get that save. I'm gonna go back to the main menu for now. Wonder if you can mix that into a combo? Possibly. So, I will see you all tomorrow. We're doing Radiata Stories tomorrow. In the meantime, you're gonna find us a raid target. Let's see here. Who all is live? Let's see here. You know, I was watching Keelie, I think that's how you pronounce her name, before I went live. Let's raid her. I might have to raid someone else, because sometimes when I try to raid Keelie, ew, what is this UI? Ew, Twitch. Why? Why put all the shit on up? Oh, I hate that so much. It shrinks the video player so much. Why put all the shit on top of the video? Oh my god. As I was saying, there have been times where I've tried to raid Key and it wouldn't go through. So hopefully this works. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with Radia's stories. If you want to keep up with my bullshit after stream, I have a Discord, Blue Sky, and YouTube. YouTube is the VOD channel. And if you want to get me something nice, I do have a throne. Our raid message is going to be Dapper Dragon Raid. You can just use that, or copy that raid message. You can use whatever emotes you want. As long as you copy the raid message, that's all I care about. And I will see you all tomorrow. This game is so good. I am loving every second of this game so far. Okay, good. The raid's going through. Alright. So, I will see you all tomorrow. You all have a good evening and good night. Bye.